Today we're breaking down the 13th Amendment, the amendment that formally ended slavery in the United States. This amendment is often described as simple and absolute, but the reality is more complicated. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery, except in one specific circumstance. That exception has had lasting consequences that still affect the country today. So let's break down what the 13th Amendment says, why it was necessary, and how its language still shapes American law and life. The 13th Amendment, ratified in 1865, states, "Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States." This amendment did something no law had done before. It permanently outlawed slavery nationwide. It applied to both states and private individuals. For the first time, freedom was written directly into the Constitution. The Civil War ended slavery in practice, but not in law. Without a constitutional amendment, former slave states could re-legalize slavery. Freedom could be reversed by legislation. Courts could undermine emancipation. The 13th Amendment made abolition permanent. It closed the legal door on chattel slavery, the buying and selling of human beings. But the amendment contains a critical exception, except as a punishment for crime. This clause allowed involuntary labor for people who were convicted of crimes. In the aftermath of the Civil War, this exception was widely exploited through black coats, convict leasing, forced prison labor. People were arrested for minor or fabricated offenses and forced back into labor systems that closely resembled slavery. This exception is why the 13th Amendment is still debated today. The legacy of the 13th Amendment extends directly into the modern criminal justice system. Prison labor still exists. Incarcerated people can be required to work. Refusal can result in punishment. This raises serious questions. Where is the line between punishment and exploitation? Does involuntary labor truly end with incarceration? How should a society committed to freedom interpret this exception? The amendment ended one form of bondage, but left space for another. The 13th Amendment also gave Congress the power to enforce abolition through legislation. This authority was used to pass civil rights laws, challenge peonage and forced labor, expand federal protection of freedom. Unlike earlier rights, freedom itself became something the federal government was required to protect. The 13th Amendment is not just about the past. It defines what freedom means. It forces us to confront contradictions in American law, and it reminds us that justice is not just about what ends, but what replaces it. The 13th Amendment ended slavery, but its exception clause ensures that the conversation about freedom is not over. Understanding this amendment helps us understand why debates about incarceration, labor, and justice are really debates about constitutional freedom. In the next episode, we'll continue forward and examine how citizenship and equality were redefined after slavery officially ended.